up, Harry. Oh, they signed you up for the length of the war.
I never had so good before.
The best you'll get in a bivouac.
It's a whiff of cologne from a fancy wax.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4.
Cadence count.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To the rip, hug. To the rip, freeze. Hug. For the right leg, freeze. Hug. Pull, pull. Hey, hey.
Hey, Standiford. What was that number in Paris?
8-12, 42, 70.
8-12, 42, 70.
Catch, hut. Right, peace. Forward, hut. Hut, up, Harry. Oh, hut, up, Harry. Oh, there ain't no use in going back.
Jody's living in the shack.
Jody's got something you ain't got.
It's been so long I almost forgot.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4.
Cadence count.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stimulate, rip, hug.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Extend, hug. Swing right, hug. Hut, 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 up, rip, four, 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 hut, up, rip.
Merry Christmas. That's a crock.
Beat soldier replacement camps.
You're the guy who said the war'd be over by Christmas.
What do you want, egg in your beer? Here we are, 2 hours from Paris.
La Belle, France. The spitting image of Camp Walters, Texas. You know, they got a man in the Army. A 2-star general that all he does is fly around in a private plane looking for ugly places. Flat, sandy places. No trees, no water. Then he checks up on the climate. If it's too hot in summer for human life and too cold in winter, and if it has more rain and fog and wind and snow than any other spot he can find, then he plants the American flag and proclaims it a U.S. Army camp.
Hey, Hooper, ever see him drill that way at Camp Walters?
Bombshell, hoods. Buck step, hoods. The rip, freeze. Hut, hut, up, hurry, oh, hut, up, hurry, oh. To the right leg, freeze. Halt, pull, halt. Freeze, hut.
Hey. 42, 70, what?
42, 70 dice.
Knees.
Come, pitch, hut. Right, hey. Forward, hut. Hut, up, hurry, oh, hut, up, hurry, oh, hut, up, hurry.
A screaming eagle. Boy, they know who you are when you walk down the street with that on your sleeve.
It wasn't bad enough being an infantry replacement. We have to volunteer for the 101st Airborne.
So you go in gliders instead of trucks. That's the only difference.
There must be a difference, or they wouldn't give you extra pay.
Hey, Hooper, I don't think I'll take in that movie tonight. I'll kind of busy getting acquainted and sewing on shoulder patches.
Why'd they have to put us in different companies?
And maybe if we ask them, they might do
No.
something.
There's another major general. His job is to find out who your buddy is and then to split you up. Don't forget I'm in K Company.
Yeah, I won't. And don't you forget, I'm in I Company. 3rd platoon, 2nd squad. So long, Hooper.
Oh, you had to get home, but you left.
You're right.
You had to get home, but you left.
You're right.
Jody was there when you left.
You're right.
Your baby was there when you left.
You're right.
Sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4.
Head down.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The gal I'm a-lovin', and the one that's loving me is the hog calling champion of the state of Tennessee. Come a tie, yippee, yippee, yip, yippee, yay. Come a tie, yippee, yippee, yay.
Hey, remember that Lieutenant Normandy said he court-martialed the first man who tossed his gas mask away?
Yeah, we ripped out the masks and used the carriers for toting that cognac we liberated.
Take care of that gas mask, soldier. Might save your life someday.
Hiya, boy. How'd you make out?
Oh, the lights is pretty bad, but I was really flipping them in there. 6 completed passes. I'll be hot on that game tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You mean you ain't going to Paris?
Him? He'd rather play football than eat.
The chow we've been getting, I don't blame him. But Paris?
Gonna be lonesome here, Wallowitz. The whole platoon's going. All except the replacements.
Sergeant Wallowitz?
Yeah?
My name is Layton. I've been assigned to your squad.
Well, make yourself at home. On some other sack, huh? That one's mine.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Last time I seen her, and I ain't seen her since. She was a hugging and a kissing through a barbed wire fence. Come a tie-ya, yippee, yippee, eh?
Little Abner in Paris. Boy, that's going to be something. Daisy May won't know you when you get back to Dog Patch.
That's for sure. That's for dang sure.
Abner, will you stop saying that, will you, please?
Hey, fellas, look what I found.
Ollie!
Hot kid.
At ease, man, at ease. Yeah. I heard the war was on its last leg, so I thought I'd better come back.
Rough in the ETO. Little scratch on his leg, and a month later he comes back in time for a 3-day pass to Paris.
It was misery in that hospital, Kip. Passes every night, champagne, l'amour. L'amour, l'amour. And me brooding all the time about my dear old buddies back there defending the Republic.
Hey, will you look at that girl bait? Hey, man, I'm getting me a mess of that fruit salad just as soon as we hit Paris. Hey, you can have the sack next to me, Holly. Nobody got it, have they?
No, I was just sitting here. It's a nice-looking little girl.
It's a boy.
Hey, what's it like, Holly?
Paris?
Yeah.
Well, of course, I spent all my spare time in the art galleries. But I happen to hear about a place that might interest you. Place Pigalle. Place Pigalle. Pig Alley. Be sure to bring your dog tags with you, because one night in Pig Alley, and you're going to think you're the
Excuse
Caleb...
me.
Because you're going to think you're the Caleb of Baghdad. You guys talk about Piccadilly Circus. Compared to Pig Alley, that's like the quiet room in a limey YMCA.
Hey, Jarvis.
Yeah?
How about you and me boarding up in Paris, huh?
What's the matter? Did Pop Stay's act disown you?
Ah, that can't go. Account of his arthritis.
I love you, Rodriguez. I love all of you. I'm getting me a private room and private bath in Paris if I have to get it at the point of a gun.
The big brain wants to get away from us common people. Hasn't got anybody around here to chat with about the Einstein theory.
What do you mean? He's got me. Why, there ain't nothing we like to talk about better.
What happened to Lieutenant Belwick? He was just Joe Speed. Joe College.
He got hit in Holland.
It's all right, kid. Go right ahead. Just brush me off when you're through.
If I die in the combat zone, box me up and ship me home. Sound off. The rear. Freeze. Hey, Holly, me boy. Bonjour, bonjour.
Hiya, Fock. What are you busting out about?
Oh, it's nothing at all, son. It's hardly worth mentioning. You're just making me a civilian, that's all.
They're what?
I wish I had arthritis.
It ain't the arthritis. You got a report from the Red Cross that my wife is too sick to take care of the kids. So I let him talk me into accepting a dependency discharge.
Glad you made it, Pop.
Who's going to adopt Rodriguez? He'd be lost without his popsy-wopsy.
One of these days you're going to get a GI wootsy-wootsy right square in those GI teeth.
Such language. You should have learned a better manners, Pop.
Oh, knock it off, will you?
When do you leave, Pop?
Oh, any day now. I just have to sweat out a letter of confirmation from a higher headquarters. Hey, you'll be in Paris.
Oh, no, I decided to catch that football game.
Oh, that's swell. Be kind of rugged waiting around here all alone. Well, see you in the morning, Johnny.
Right.
You gonna miss me, Abner? That's for sure. That's for dang sure. Well, I'm glad to see you guys finally got the junk off my cot.
How about dousing that light? Paris trucks are leaving early.
Okay, douse it.
sacks, hit it, leave your cots and grab your socks. Let's go, men. You're slow, men. Get 'em up, Wolowitz.
Yourself. I ain't going to Paris.
Nobody's going to Paris. We're moving up. On trucks.
Moving up? Where to?
Beats me. The Krauts made a breakthrough someplace. They tell me it's going to be cold, so wear your long johns and 2 pairs of pants. 3 if you can get 'em on.
But they told us yesterday we'd be off the line for good.
They didn't get the order till after midnight. Well, it's trucks this time instead of gliders. That's a good sign anyway.
This is for the birds, brother. Strictly for the birds.
Beats anything ever I stuck my finger in before.
General, I need a crack division to plug up that gap. A crack division, General? I'd be honored if you'd use the 101st. Awfully nice of you, old boy. Thanks a lot. Not at all, General. Not at all.
Maybe the adjutant could put in a phone call or something.
Yeah. It's only a technicality.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, men. It's a secret move, so rip off your shoulder patches.
Sarge, you got any of them rubber overshoes? Them goulashes?
Can't fit you, Abner. Your feet's too small.
Take care of that gas mask, soldier. Might save your life someday.
Yeah, I think I'll find some cognac.
No dice, huh?
I gotta wait for the letter. Regulations.
It's gonna be a cold trip, Pop. Maybe you can ride in the driver's cab.
Huh? Let's get the show on the road. That the new platoon leader?
Yeah, fresh off the boat.
I understand your problems, man. I used to be an enlisted man myself.
For 6 months, maybe. And 17 weeks at OCS, and he's an officer and gentleman by special act of Congress. Sound off!
Well, what'd he say? Where are we?
Are you kidding? Parlez-vous français, monsieur?
Oh, oui, tout de suite. Cigarette? Oh, merci beaucoup. Cigarette?
I don't smoke, but thanks anyway. Thanks a lot.
What time is it, Hanson?
11:30.
What? It can't be that late. We left at 2 o'clock.
11:30 a.m., Garby. Central Standard Time. We're near lunchtime in Springfield.
You mean you never changed your watch?
What's the use of changing your watch?
What's the use? You're here. You're not in Springfield, Illinois.
I hear you.
What I like about the infantry, you always know just what's going on. How you like this guy? He don't like in the infantry.
He must be on his...
He never had it so good.
He found a home in the Army.
Chewing gum? Cigarette for Mama? Cigarette for Mama? Chewing gum? Cigarette for Mama? Chocolate, please. Cigarette for Mama?
Oh, it's a shoot.
Chewing gum? Cigarette for Mama? Chewing gum?
Here.
Cigarette for Mama? Please.
Woo-hoo! Get a load of Mama! Woo-hoo! for about a week.
Voulez-vous venir chez moi vous chauffer, vous reposer un peu? Vous tous, venez prendre du café. Je vous en prie, venez chez moi.
What's she saying, Jarvis? What's she saying?
She wants to know if we'd like to come inside and warm up.
Yes, warm up, please.
Oh, brother!
Welcome to the 101st Airborne Division. I like these secret moves.
Yeah, we sure slip one over on the Krauts.
How do they find out these things? Who tells them?
I keep them posted. Shortwave.
Well, somebody does.
Well, they occupied France for 4 years. Naturally, they left a few spies when they pulled out.
Hey, that's an idea. Why don't us GIs hire some spies so we'll know what's going on once in a while?
Get them inside! Come on! Get them inside! On the double!
Allez, les enfants, allez manger vos bonbons. Allez, allez, mes chéris. Allez manger vos bonbons.
Hey, Kitty, how about getting these men in out of the hot sun?
Wallowitz, Garby. In there with the 2nd platoon, this corner house.
Ah, très bien, oui, oui.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Put those shoulder patches back on.
Hey, Pop, I hear we're bedding down here.
Overnight?
Yeah, looks like a good house, too. Smoke coming out the chimney.
Well, for once, we get a break.
Stogny. I won't be forgetting this place in a hurry.
I wouldn't mind holding up hail at Christmas.
I hear tell we might. All the rumors is good ones.
Can't use that type on my milk diet. Milkman, keep those bottles flying. I like the do-do-do-do.
United States Armed Forces Radio Service, broadcasting from London.
Let's see if we can get some news.
What's he selling?
Wait till he slows down.
Yes, Kerr. I'll guarantee you she can sprechen sie Deutsch.
Let's live a little, huh, Jarvis?
Come on, Mama, get yourself in gear.
Oh, no, no, not Mama. These two little children, they live with me, but... Je ne suis pas la maman, c'est les enfants d'un village voisin à côté qui a été bombardé. Un grand bombardement absolument épouvantable. C'est une chose terrible, épouvantable. Les papas sont morts tous les deux.
Doucement, s'il vous plaît. Doucement.
Oh, je vous demande pardon, je parle trop vite naturellement. Je ne suis pas leur maman. Ce sont des enfants d'un village voisin qui a été bombardé. Un grand bombardement. Le papa et la maman sont morts. Tous les deux. Vous avez compris?
Oui. She said she's not the mother of the two little girls. They're from a town near here. Bombed out. Both parents killed.
Yeah, they all got a sob story.
Oh, let's cut a rug, Denise, huh? Dance, eh?
No, we can't enough.
You gotta keep paying these taxi dances, Holly. Fork over another chocolate bar.
What you say, please?
I said, do you think the rain will hurt the rhubarb?
What do you say?
He said, do you think...
Est-ce qu'il y a encore du café?
Oh, oui, du café. Plenty of coffee. Tout de suite.
Merci.
Too sweet. Anything you want. Sure, as long as you pay for it. They're all alike over here.
Yes, they're all alike, Kip. Scared, hungry, lonely.
Come on, stop beating your gums. Let a guy get some sleep.
Yeah, it's about that time. We sure come a fair piece today. Okay, Kip?
Okay.
Poor, tired soldiers. You want?
Thank you.
I go now?
I guess so. I'm all beat up.
All beat up?
You know, it never fails. Every time you meet a pretty babe, you're either out on your feet or you get the order to move.
What do you say, please?
Nothing.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Good night.
Good.
Where are you going?
God.
Oh.
Je vais aller cacher ce chocolat et ces gâteaux pour le Papa Noël. C'est merveilleux pour vous penser. Ils n'ont pas eu de gâteau depuis tellement longtemps. Absolument formidable.
What'd she say?
She said she's going to hide the chocolate from the kids till Christmas.
Oh. Brother, I wish I knew for sure we'd be here tomorrow.
You'll be here.
Are you sure?
All we do is lie around till the fog lifts, so the Air Corps can come up and win the war for us.
Well, in that case, I guess I'll take a chance.
This may go down in history as the greatest gamble of the war.
Good night, Denise.
Good night, soldier.
Hey, Wolowitz, are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, the CO told us himself.
Hey, Denise.
Oui?
Wake me up early, will you?
Peut-être.
I had to report this to the Inspector General. There's supposed to be 18 inches between bunks. This is dangerous. Spreads germs.
There's some hot coffee on the stove.
I can use it.
Don't worry about that plane. It's one of ours, I think. Oh, password.
Hamburger.
Onions. Thought the 101st was the only division here.
They will be as soon as the rest of us can get out.
What's up?
We were a little over to the east. Been there for weeks without firing a shot. Then they started coming.
Tanks, planes, everything you ever heard of. And then some.
The Jerry plane turned on a loudspeaker in English. Said Hitler's going to give Paris to the Germans for a Christmas present.
But they told us it was just a weak little counterattack.
Yeah. They'll probably tell you that this is a strategic withdrawal.
Good morning, soldier.
Oh, bonjour, bonjour.
I'll be back in a minute.
Hey, Betts, keep an eye on... What's going on?
Me and General McCall have decided to move I Company up on the line. That is, if you agree.
I should have known better.
Maybe she'll give you a refund on those chocolate bars.
Hey, how much time have I got? 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
Anything you got to do, you better do in 30 seconds.
Saddle up. Let's go, Holly.
Drop your packs and roll. Drop your packs and roll. Drop your packs and roll.
Third platoon, on your feet. We got that patch of woods to clear.
Third platoon. Any time is a dirty detail.
All right, let's not be having any talk like that, soldier.
All right, let's go. Keep sight of the man on each side of you. Watch out for snipers.
Snipers, the man says.
Huh? Oh.
Second squad, over here. Dig in.
You're in charge till I get back, Stanford. I'm going up to see the lieutenant.
Yeah, well, don't go volunteering for any patrols.
Who do I dig with, Sergeant?
That's right, we got an odd man. Well, you can triple up with me and Hanson.
Thanks. You want me to go along with you now?
Well, you better stay and get the hole started. Come on, Hanson, let's go.
Take 10, Jarvis. Time for me to spell you.
Sorry.
Let's not try to reach China this time, eh, Betts?
Well, there's no sense digging if you don't go deep.
The last time we dug one together, you went so deep that when I climbed out in the morning, I got the bends.
How's it look?
Great. Only one thing wrong. We're moving.
What?
You heard me. It ain't my idea. All right, saddle up, everybody. Let's go. Oh, no!
Just once, I'd like to dig a foxhole and find out that's the one I'm sleeping in.
you stop yapping? First and third squad's got to run patrols all night. All we got to do is...
Stanford, take over. I'm pulling the first shift on the roadblock.
Okay. Hey, you better take a blanket with you. This fog really gets to you. Hey, I feel kind of woozy myself.
Let's go, Hanson.
Just get it started. We'll finish it up.
Bob, when you were at that camp in New York, did you ever phone your wife?
Sure.
What did it cost?
Nickel, what'd you think?
Oh, that's right. She came there to see you. Well, did you phone your kids long distance?
Yeah, just before we shipped out. Why?
What did that cost?
Oh, a couple of bucks for 3 minutes. Why, Johnny?
Well, I was thinking it's probably about as far from New York to Wichita, where your kids were, as it is from Wichita to Los Angeles, where my folks are. And when you get back home, what would that be? 200 francs? Oh, I'll send you a bill, Johnny. Tell them that I... Well, you'll think of something. And if it runs over 3 minutes, it's okay.
A boarding house far, far away, where they have ham and eggs 3 times a day. Oh, how the boarders yell
Put
when
out that
they
fire.
hear the dinner bell.
Getting dark, Holly. Put on that steel pot and get over at the roadblock. 3 on a shift at night, you, Kip, and the new man. They said to look out for Krauts wearing GI uniforms.
Now, what about the password? That might be nice to know in case somebody thinks we're Krauts.
Bug jetter.
Thanks. Here, Fetch, don't get any dirt in these eggs. Okay, you get half of them.
How do you feel, Stanford?
Oh, terrible. It's settling down my chest. I'm almost sure I have a fever.
I had a fever in Holland, but the medics wouldn't let me go off the line.
You have to have 102. That's a regulation. Hey, listen to that voice. I can hardly talk.
Yeah, sounds good.
Halt! Password!
Fire.
Jitter.
What is this, Charlie Company?
No, sir. Item.
I Company. This must be the road to New Chateau.
I think it is.
You want to be sure of things, soldier. Is there a bridge up ahead?
Yes, sir. About half a mile up.
Good. Let's go.
Hi.
Smart cookie. Wearing his bars on patrol. Must be a new replacement.
Mensch, hast du auf, wo du hintrittst? Als Maul, schau dir eins der Presse. Ruhig, ruhig.
Don't let that happen again. Speak English.
Yes, sir.
Look, Bob, it's snowing! It's snowing! I never saw snow up close before. It's beautiful.
You didn't by any chance hear that it's kind of cold and a little on the wet side, did you?
Man, it's really coming down.
Well, close the window, Johnny. And fix that hole in the roof.
Hey, Abner. Abner, you ought to know better than to take off your boots in a foxhole. You might want to start running fast.
Can't sleep with wet boots on.
Better just wear your galoshes till they dry out.
I ain't got no goulashes.
Hey, where'd you get those branches?
Now, where do you generally get branches?
Well, I didn't know if those woods had been cleared.
Yeah, sure. K Company's in there.
K Company?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a buddy in K Company.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Is this K Company?
Yeah.
Where'll I find Hooper?
Hooper? Never heard of him.
Bill Hooper, I know he's in K Company.
Oh, he's not in my platoon. That first hall's the company CP. They'll know where he is.
Thanks.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Hey, what platoon is Hooper in? William J. Hooper?
Nobody by that name in K Company.
Yes, there is. He came in with the new replacements just the other day.
Well, that was his name, eh? Hey, Sergeant.
What's up?
That kid that got it last night. Name is Hooper. William J. Hooper.
Well, now I can finish making out my morning report. Thanks.
Direct hit on his foxhole. A mortar. You don't hear him coming, you don't know what hit you.
You didn't even know his name.
We didn't even find his dog tags.
Jarvis? Pepps. Hanson. Jarvis? Chatsburg News? Chatsburg News? Chatsburg News. Betts. Spudler. Well, little Abner gets one. The Dog Patch Gazette.
I'll take it.
Sorry, Pop.
It'll probably come up in the next batch, Pop.
You act as if I wanted this, George. Man, I like it here.
Stick around, Kenny. We're going to choose up sides for a snowball fight.
Hand these letters out with the rations, Hanson.
They're all dinner. The ones without coffee. Dinner rations with that vitamin-packed lemonade powder. Simply add water and serve ice cold. Delicious.
About that patrol, Kenny,
I can't let you go on it, Wolowitz. I want to be sure that you'll be around to take over the platoon if I have to go back. My feet froze up pretty bad last night.
Well, I want 3 volunteers to go out on the patrol. You, and you. You're in charge, Holly.
Why am I always volunteering for patrol? Just a cowboy.
All right, this is the deal, Holly. G2 says the crowd strapped some paratroops last night, and they might be hiding in that patch of woods on the other side of that farm.
G2. Wonderful how they always know what's cooking.
Yeah, well, I can tell you something they do know. Last night, some krauts in GI uniforms infiltrated. right through this area. They blew up a bridge on the road to New Chateau.
Was one of them wearing lieutenant bars?
How did you know?
We get all the latest rumors.
Rumor, my eye. They captured one of them. Spoke English perfect. Knew our password, plan of deployment, everything.
Hey, Kitty, how about show me the way to the aid station? I'm freezing.
Feeling any better?
Worse. Much worse. Never felt so sick in my life. Maybe I've even got pneumonia.
Oh, he's really bad.
Yeah, he's a cinch to go back to the field hospital. Maybe even to Paris.
I don't know. That penicillin, he's liable to be back in a day.
Yeah, a good clean flesh wound is better. Then they gotta send you back.
No thanks, I don't smoke.
Guys get sick, guys get wounded, and nothing ever happens to me. Nothing.
Except that time you broke your false choppers. It was when you were back, Holly. Kip found out about a regulation. You can't keep a man in the line unless he's got at least 6 teeth of his own.
I didn't know nothing about that regulation.
So he broke his GI teeth with the butt of his rifle.
I ran into a tree trunk in the dock.
Anyway, he was off the line for 2 weeks getting a new set made.
Let's get this patrol on the road. That's incoming mail!
Hey, Holly, I think your eggs are about done.
We've had good deals before, but this is the best one yet. This is great. I don't ever want to go back. I found a home in the Army.
She's got fine teeth in her mouth, 1 point north and the other point south. Come a tie, yippee, 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 yippee.
Of course you can see snow from L.A. Way off in the mountains.
They gotta zero it in. I'm getting out of here.
Well, I hope he makes it. They should never send him back on the line. Some guys just can't take it.
Wolowitz, something I want you to know. My name is Leighton.
I know it is.
I just wanted to be sure. Thanks.
This is what G2 calls a patch of woods. A whole division could be hiding in that forest.
Nice job for the 3-man patrols.
Yeah, if we don't get back, that's how they'll know we ran into some Krauts. What's the password?
Texas.
Keep them covered. They may be German.
Any line on these woods, Major?
I didn't hear the countersign.
Oh, Liga. Texas Liga.
Will this road take us to Third Bat headquarters?
Straight ahead.
Get going.
Just a minute. What is a Texas Liga, Major?
How's that?
I said, what's a Texas Liga?
It's some kind of baseball term.
What kind?
A safe hit just over the head of the infield.
Nobody asked you. How'd the Dodgers make out this year?
Hey, who's your commanding officer, soldier?
Whoever he is, he knows how the Dodgers made out.
Let's see your dog tags.
What?
Come on, we're not taking any chances.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Hey, what is this?
Was ist dein Name?
What kind of nonsense?
Schnell, schnell, Name, sprechen Sie.
Drop those rifles.
You. Who's Betty Grable going with?
Cesar Romero.
Shut up. Who's the dragon lady?
She's in Terry and the Pirates.
What's a hot rod?
A hopped-up jalopy.
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Just got back from a vaudeville show. I guess they're okay.
Thank you, Sergeant.
A PFC, Major. Praying for civilian. That's why I believe in being careful. May I suggest, sir, that you study up on baseball?
Yeah, I guess I'd better. And by the way, you might tell your buddy that Cesar Romero is out. She's married to Harry James.
Let's go. Yeah, they really should have sent out a bigger patrol.
Well, if you want to goof off.
Who said anything about goofing off?
Nobody. I'm just saying the best way is to tell them you heard voices talking in German.
Let's say we heard voices talking in Japanese and let G2 figure that out.
Paper any good?
Best in the world. It's Daily News. Keep your gloves off for 2 minutes and you'd have popsicles instead of fingers.
Hey, get a load of this. Our Changing Times by Mrs. Donald Jarvis. Pinch hitting for your favorite columnist and her favorite husband, now on active duty U.S. Army.
Well, you knew I worked on a newspaper.
Yeah, but a column, he must be pretty good.
I was too good. I wrote a piece about the real meaning of the war, the fight against fascism, why every American had to get in there and pitch. The logic was magnificent. You couldn't resist it. Next thing I knew, I was on a troop train, waving bye-bye to my wife.
Came the dawn, huh?
Yeah. There's only one thing gets me. When you work on a newspaper, I'd get those wire releases and know that I was the first person in town who had the news. All the news. I'll guarantee you my wife knows what's going on in Bastogne. All I know is what's happening to the 2nd Squad and the 3rd Platoon of I Company.
Watch this one. Stay right. Can't hit them if you can't see them. Now, the count's 3 on 2. Man on 1st and 3rd. 2 out. This is the one that counts.
Foul ball! Come on, let's have a fast one. Burn it in, boy. Burn it in. Come on. I hit right over second base.
Did you see the center fielder making that shoestring catch? You're out. How about it, officer?
Sound off, pal. Password.
Don't you get it? Right over second base. Texas?
Liga. You in charge?
No, the lieutenant.
Hiya, fellas.
What's the situation, Lieutenant?
Nothing but pine trees in these woods. We've been all through them.
Well, I guess our mission's accomplished.
Courtesy of K Company. You can tell them to stop worrying about this area.
Them and us both, Lieutenant. Thanks. Well, I guess you might as well partee, huh?
So long.
So long. So long, fellas.
Come on the double. They're crouched.
Weiter! Feuer gut!
Ausschwenken!
thing. Now wait. Maybe I've got a chance. Go on. Go on.
We'll send a patrol back. Langsam. Leise. Don't forget the sulfur powder. Go on, get in there. Let's go. Sie sind uns alle da entwischt. Durchs Haus. Mir nach.
You sure they were enemy tanks?
We saw them, Lieutenant.
Think we've got enough anti-tank grenades to do any good?
We ain't got any.
Mind if I make a suggestion, Lieutenant?
What?
Well, sir, our usual defense against tanks is to call for artillery and then run like a jackrabbit.
We got orders to hold these positions.
All right, sir. Well, let's call for artillery and keep our heads down, then.
We could send out some bazooka men. If we had any bazookas. Put in a call for artillery.
Yes, sir.
What a break. Artillery's got that farmhouse zeroed in. Concentration 1-7.
Item 3 to item. Kraut tanks. By burning farmhouse. Concentration 1-7. 1-7. Roger. Start the fireworks.
That's great artillery. Can't miss. They've got Rodriguez to use for an aiming stick.
Tell Wallowitz to send out for Rodriguez as soon as this barrage lifts.
With what? A sponge? I gotta get me a rifle. Any extra ones, Garvey?
No, we haven't had any casualties yet.
There's a rifle waiting for you, Holly. Your squad sent back to the meat wagon after the last shelling.
Who was hit, Doc?
Wallowitz.
Is he bad?
A shell landed right on the edge of his foxhole. His shoulder's like a sieve.
Where's your steel pot, soldier?
I lost it, Sergeant.
Then try mine on for size. Sergeant, you're in charge now.
Leadership. That's what I got.
Where's Rodriguez?
Oh, he'll be along, Pop.
Should have worn my shoulder pads, huh?
Oh, in a couple of months, you flipping those forward passes good as ever.
Yeah. Left-handed. He's a good man, Holly. Just still a little jumpy.
You can move in with me.
You could do worse. He sleeps warm and quiet.
His name's Layton. Jim Layton.
Come on, Wallowitz. Take it easy. Trailer to Sanford. Hanson, you can move in with Pop.
What about Rodriguez?
Is that incoming mail?
No, it's outgoing. And there'll be plenty more of it. What time is it, Hanson?
10:30. No, it must be 11:30 here.
Where's Rodriguez?
Let's take a walk.
Holly! Hey, Holly! How much longer are they gonna leave him out there?
Let's party. We can carry him back in this blanket. I want 3 volunteers. 3 volunteers!
A long walk, Pop.
I need a board, a bridge.
I'll be the dummy.
You don't have to, Layton.
Maybe you'll find some more eggs.
What are you looking for, Kip? Your discharge?
I lost my teeth.
You lost them?
Yeah, they were hurting me on a roadblock, so I put them in my pocket.
And they jumped out?
Dropped out.
I hope it's nice and warm back where you're going.
I can't chew on K-rations with my gums.
Johnny! Hey, Johnny! No! Keep your eye open!
He used to see snow. Way off in the mountains.
They say it's just like going to sleep.
He was a religious kid. When anyone got hit, he used to say it was God's will.
Strategic withdrawal and bulge. What's the bulge?
Search me.
Hitler's mighty counteroffensive swept on yesterday under a news eclipse from which filtered only the fact that German armor had plunged 20 miles into Belgium. We're in Belgium, aren't we?
I thought it was Luxembourg. Let's see that. War Department authorities report that morale is high all along the front. Battle-hardened doughboys fresh from epoch-making triumphs.
Skip the commercial, Jarvis.
Air activity was halted by thick, swirling fog. Recognize, stabilize, and Bastogne, the 101st Airborne.
Hey, that's us.
Then you will be proud to know that you are making an heroic stand, hurling back the best that von Rundstedt can throw at you.
Who's von Rundstedt?
The Kraut General. The best they've got.
Is 101st the only division up here?
It doesn't say. We'll have to wait for the next edition.
Where's Pop Stazak?
Him and Hanson are on a roadblock.
Well, this might be it. Looks official. Chatsburg news. Chatsburg news. Chatsburg news. And the Dog Patch Gazette.
Hey, you want to get back to the aid station, Kenny, before those feedios get any worse.
They won't take frozen feet unless they started to change color.
No combat fatigue, no fever cases. You have to be bleeding from a wound. All they got at the aid station is aspirin and iodine.
What about the field hospital?
Captured. Medics, casualties, equipment, the works.
Must have been just after the meat wagon got there with Wallerworth. I guess Standiford was there, too. Some of the walking wounded were killed. They say the fight they put up was one for the book.
Hey, Leighton, you're learning too fast. How about spelling me for a bit?
Oh, my dreams are getting better all the time. I was back home in Baltimore, loading up on hard-shelled crabs and beer.
That dream's against regulations, soldier. You know what our boys overseas always dream about.
Mom's blueberry pie.
Why, certainly. That's what we're fighting for. Boy, when I get home, just give me a hot dog and a slice of that pie. Am I going to kick if I don't get my job back? No, sirree. All I want is a... So long, Holly. So long, Pop. Au revoir. I found him. I found him. I found him. I found him in another pocket. You're just in time to work Pop's shift. Go up and get Hanson.
Where you going? Special orders number 1437. Private Ernest J. Stazak will proceed to Paris, where transportation to the U.S. will be arranged.
Relax, chum. You ain't gone no place.
I ain't. Here, read it yourself.
I don't care what it says. Nobody's leaving Bastogne. And nobody's coming in. Except maybe some Krauts riding tanks. We're surrounded.
Surrounded?
Kip, if this is one of your crummy jokes, I'll knock those GI teeth right down your throat. Take it easy, Pop! Take it easy! You wouldn't have those teeth back in his mouth if there was any way out.
Tough break, Pop. You know, I could get him in a lot of trouble for this. It's against the rules of war to shoot at civilians. Sorry, kid.
Them poor devils in the foot-slogging infantry. Nothing but walk, walk, walk.
The airborne, that's the life. It's great up here in these gliders, drifting along over the clouds.
Well, I will have you up in juvenile court for smoking.
This your first time away from home, Layden?
Basic training was. I wasn't quite the same. My folks stayed for a while at a town near camp.
Did Mama rub your little footsies after those nasty 20-mile hikes?
Uh-huh. She made me brush my teeth twice a day, so I wouldn't have to have them all pulled out.
Hey, look at that. What? I thought it was a shadow. It's just some burnt-out powder.
Die of old age before you see a shadow around here. This fog ain't never gonna lift.
Do the planes have to wait? Haven't they ever heard of flying blind?
Nobody cares. They just don't care.
I don't believe that, Kip.
Reverend Layton will now lead us in prayer.
Might not be a bad idea.
The CO says you're digging at that railroad embankment. The rest of the company's moving back 500 yards.
Right. 3rd platoon. Whenever there's a dirty detail.
Let's go, men. On your feet.
Check your rifles, see if they're froze up.
Listen to Holly, making a noise like a sergeant.
He's really GI now since he took over the squad. Right on the ball.
Yeah, strictly chicken, that's me. Let's be checking those bolts. Check your rifles.
Every time I kiss horses, I gotta get a nickel's worth of peppermints. Come on, hi, yippee, 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 yay. Come on, hi, yippee, yippee, yay.
Why can't they pass down some information? When he gets hit, he at least has a right to know what country he's dying in.
That's for sure. That's for dang sure.
Abner, I've asked you 800
I
times.
won't say that no more, Jarvis. That's for sure. Can't see him.
Deckung! Hinter die Bäume! Maschinengewehre vor! Maschinengewehre vor! Amis, beim Baum! Weiter feuern! Gib ihm Saures! Gib ihm...
Holly! I'm with you, Holly.
Come on.
Second squad! You too, Mac! Follow me!
Let's go, Edna!
Mama. Mama. Mama.
Halt! Feuer einstellen! Wer kommt vor?
Wait till it clears.
Wait till it clears. Wait till it clears. Wait till it clears.
Donnie.
Jarvis. Tell them to come out with their hands up.
Waffen weg! Hände hoch und komm raus! Vorwärts, Marsch! Schnell! Schnell!
Wait. You and Joe check them for maps and papers. See if any of them are still kicking.
Mach schnell!
Get the prisoners and wounded back to Bastogne, Sergeant.
See if we got enough men left, Holly.
I'm gonna put this man in for a Silver Star.
You know, a guy ought to be able to get $100 for this back in Paris.
Thought Holly was running away. That's why I ran after him.
How do you know what Holly was thinking? How do you know if he was thinking at all? Things just happened, and afterwards you try to figure out why you acted the way you did.
You know why I ran? I was scared to death.
You just joined the biggest club in the Army. Everybody belongs.
Just dropped me off at the psycho ward. Why did I have to get up and start firing?
It's a good thing somebody did.
Yeah, didn't have to be me. A volunteer.
Happened so fast you didn't have a chance to look at your watch.
Yeah, sure forgot what time it was in Springfield.
Hanson, I hate to ask you, but
You can have it.
get out of here, chum.
Yeah. Hey, Pop. Pop.
Thanks, Pop.
I'll drop back later.
Just don't get carried back.
Say, miss, how about giving him a shot?
Pardon.
Morphine. Him.
Ah non. Il n'y a plus de morphine.
No more morphine, huh? That's great. Merci beaucoup. She pours him one more, I'm going out and get myself shot.
They're way too big.
I wish we'd found them yesterday.
Let's go, man, Joe! What? You heard me, Hot Joe!
I've been pulling KP ever since. We was bombed out twice. I'm telling you, I never saw so much incoming mail.
Yeah, things are getting rough all over.
Well, I wanted to go back on the line, but they're short-handed in the kitchen, see? A couple more KPs got hit this morning.
I wouldn't mind relaxing for a change. How about you and me switching?
Oh, no, they never let me go. I've been learning how to cook.
Hey, Beth, anything left?
No. But it's clean. It's only leftovers.
I don't even see those things.
Well, I want to see them. I want to remember them.
We'll stop back in about an hour. Better stick around this area.
Hey, where's the kid? Layton? He's in the barn, I guess, putting on those dry clothes.
Hey, Betts, how about breaking loose with a bottle of cognac?
Well, we ain't got any.
I'll settle for some hot water to wash my feet in.
Coming right up.
Hey, Betts, you got any trading material?
Well, the belly robber keeps everything locked in the cellar, but there's a half a loaf of bread you can have.
Oh, a half a loaf is... Where is it?
I could have swore it was on that table.
Denise, bonjour!
Hello, soldier.
Pull up a chair, Holly.
Today you are a man.
This is Antwerp up here. To the north and the east are the British and the Canadians. Down here at Belfort, over 300 miles away, is the French First Army. And the Americans are stretched out all the way in between. If the supply line to Antwerp is cut, at least 20 Allied divisions will be strictly out on a limb.
Where's Bastogne?
Here. And this is where the Krauts found the soft spot in our line. You see why Bastogne is so important. It's at the main intersection of 7 main highways. One of them leading straight to Antwerp. Well, we can hold out.
Hey, that sounds like ours. It is ours!
Can't see a thing. The kind of supplies they've got to drop we wouldn't want. A crate of eggs for Berlin. If bombers can get through, I can't see 47s.
This pea soup, they're flying way over it. You know that.
Yeah, cool. London this morning, Berlin this afternoon. Headlines tomorrow.
Hey, fellas! Come on back. It's getting lonesome here.
Nobody cares. They just don't care.
Say that again.
I thought they had us surrounded.
Halt! Was wollen Sie?
I speak English. Who's here in command?
I am here in command.
We have a message for the commanding general.
I'll get a jeep and take the officers back. Blindfold them.
Come and see here.
Try it again, Jarvis.
Du. Was gibt es hier? Sprechen Sie.
Gefreiter, Berthold Jochmann.
All I can get out of them is their name and rank.
Loosen up, chum. Give us the lowdown. You can talk now. Hitler kaput.
How'd you like some nice K rations?
Chocolate, ja?
Hier noch, für eine Schachtel Zigaretten rede ich.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. He says he'll talk for a pack of cigarettes. Gut. Ich warte.
Wir stellen Ihnen ein Ultimatum. Entweder Übergabe oder Tod.
What'd he say?
They want us to surrender. Surrender or be killed, he says.
Us? Well, tell them to go take a flying leap at a rolling donut.
Raus! Raus!
Fragen Sie ihn, was das alles bedeutet. Verstehe noch immer nicht die Antwort des General McAuliffe.
The Major thinks General McAuliffe must have misunderstood. We have appealed to the well-known American humanity to save the people of Bastogne from further suffering. We have given you 2 hours to consider before raining destruction upon you. We do not understand General McAuliffe's answer.
I'd be glad to repeat it. The answer is nuts.
Nüsse.
Ist das im negativen oder positiven Sinn?
Is that a negative or an affirmative reply?
Nuts is strictly negative.
Negativ.
Da werden viele Amerikaner dran glauben müssen.
We will kill many Americans.
On your way, bud.
I feel better. For once we know what's going on around here. For once we get the story before my wife writes it up in the Sedalia News.
goes my last butt.
Don't tell me your problems. Tell the chaplain.
Ah, chaplain. I forgot. We've got nothing to worry about. Holy Joe is going to pray for us at the Christmas services. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, shall mount up with wings as eagles. If the fog lifts, shall run and not be weary, unless they have frozen feet, and they shall walk and not faint. If they don't lose too much blood before the medics come up.
Well, another airmail message from the Krauts. Merry Christmas, soldier, and our deepest sympathy. It's tough being away from home at this time of year, especially when you're surrounded and outnumbered 10 to 1. Don't you feel your loved ones worrying about you, praying for you? Yes, old boy, praying and hoping you'll come home again. Man, have you thought about it? What if you don't come back? Just remember this, where there's a will, there's a way. Hot chow and safety are waiting for you only 300 yards away.
Anybody here from Ohio?
Buckeye Lake, sir? Cincinnati, sir. Naval Heights, sir. Tippecanoe City, sir.
I'm from Chillicothe. Any of you men Lutherans?
Here, sir.
Here, sir. I am, sir.
My wife is, sir.
So am I. But these services aren't just for Lutherans any more than they're just for men from Ohio. I merely happen to be in your area. In other areas are other chaplains of various denominations and religions. All of us Holy Joes are switch hitters. Earlier this month in Holland, I held Hanukkah services for some of the men of the Jewish faith. How did I do, Levenstein?
Not bad for a beginner, sir.
Well, now it's nearly Christmas. And here we are in beautiful Bastogne enjoying the winter sports. And the $64 question is, was this trip necessary? I'll try to answer that. But my sermons, like everything else in the Army, depend on the situation and the terrain. So I assure you this is going to be a quickie. Was this trip necessary? Well, let's look at the facts. Nobody wanted this war but the Nazis. A great many people tried to deal with them, and a lot of them are dead. Millions have died for no other reason except that the Nazis wanted them dead. So, in the final showdown, there was nothing left to do except fight. There's a great lesson in this. And those of us who've learned it the hard way aren't going to forget it. We must never again let any force dedicated to a super race or a super idea or super anything become strong enough to impose itself upon a free world. We must be smart enough and tough enough in the beginning to put out the fire before it starts spreading. So my answer to the $64 question is, yes, this trip was necessary. As the years go by, a lot of people are going to forget, but you won't. And don't ever let anybody tell you you were a sucker to fight in the war against fascism. And now, Jerry permitting, let us pray. Let's pray for this fog to lift. Almighty God, the organist is hitting those bass notes a little too loud for me to be heard. So let us each pray in his own way, to his own God.
Planes, men, don't bother to look up. They'll be ours.
Yeah. They'll all be going to Berlin.
Hey, Leighton. You haven't got a beat-up old chocolate bar or something, have you?
I'm on that new lemonade diet.
Drop another nickel in the jukebox, will you, chum?
We interrupt this program with an important announcement. A careful study of the most scientific instruments and maps leads to the following weather forecast. Continued cold, more snow, and no sign of the fog lifting. And now an old favorite, which is growing more and more popular with the men of the 101st. I surrender, dear.
Krauts walking around down there, tanks too.
What am I supposed to use for ammunition? Spitballs? We got 10 rounds left for old Betsy.
What about the tank at the roadblock?
Can't move up, they're out of gas.
See if you can get some news on that radio.
Krauts have got it jammed up. Everything except their own wavelength. I'll try again.
They ain't even dug in.
Hey, Holly.
What?
You think there's anything to those stories about Krauts shooting prisoners?
Where'd you get that?
Well, it's going the rounds.
The way I heard it is if you got a Kraut pistol on you when you're captured, they blow your brains out with it. Don't fall for them rumors, Leighton. Anybody want a Luger? It's worth $100 in Paris.
Thanks a lot. It's a violation of the Sullivan Act for a civilian to carry firearms.
If I was you, Lieutenant, I'd hightail it out of here.
Other side of the hill! Dig in!
Careful study of the most scientific instruments and maps leads me to believe the German bombers are over Bastogne. Fog or no fog.
Kind of rough on rear echelon tonight.
Yeah, I've been thinking. The mess sergeant, the supply sergeant, the pill roller who gives us those shots with the square needle. I'm bleeding for them.
Faites que je prévienne la mort, que j'obtienne le paradis, la salutation éternelle.
They told me I wasn't supposed to go up anymore. The medics, you can check with them. Get your blanket.
You ain't even war. Follow me, all of you, on the double.
That's all, brother.
Hey, you! Front and center!
Good thing they didn't send me up. I never even fired an M1 rifle. Last time I was out on the range, they were still using the O3.
All litter cases will prepare to be evacuated immediately to air raid shelters. All walk-in wounded will fall out and draw rifles.
This is a .30 caliber, gas-operated, clip-fed, semi-automatic rifle.
Look, you ain't selling it to me. You're only showing me how it works.
Oh, well, to load it, you just pull the bolt back like this and stick the clip in.
What's up, Smitty?
Battalion says to pull back.
Go ahead.
You too, sir. They said to tell you. It's a cinch we ain't pulling back that way. I guess maybe we ain't pulling back at all.
Lieutenant, take the second squad.
First squad! Third squad! Over here! Save it, Layden. They'll be getting a lot closer. And we'll still be here.
1947! What was that about eagles?
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Let's go!
Raise the end. We. Hey, save me a couple of drops for my lighter, will you?
Lighter? I got a little old lamp I gotta fill back in Bastogne. Key rations. All dinners. Hey, fellas, here it is. Hey, fellas, come and get it. Hey, fellas, come and get it.
Thanks, Thank you
Surrender, dear.
Hey, Daddy, what are them things?
Ah, it's a new kind of warfare, son. Mechanized, I think they call it. Read about it in the Stars and Stripes.
Well, what'll they think of next?
Hey, tank job. Cigarettes for Papa?
Oui. Got a Stars and Stripes? It's 2 days old. Heard it's been pretty rugged up here. Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for dang sure.
Hey, handsome. Good luck. Well, the folks back home knew we'd get out of this. They heard relief was breaking through 2 days ago.
Fine. I'd hate to think they'd been worrying.
You'll be happy to know we're in Belgium, not Luxembourg.
Just so we're going back, that's all that counts. You mean you're not happy in the service? I didn't say that. I love it.
You found a home in the army, chum.
Me too. Never had it so good in my life.
Third platoon. On your feet. Fall in. Oh, no. About pace. Forward. Hands. Hey, Kitty. Whatever happened to Jody? All right, come on. What do you want these guys to think? A bunch of whacks? All right, pick it up now. Hut, hop, hurry. Hut, hop, hurry, haw. 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 You had a good home, but you left. You're right. You had a good home, but you left. You're right. Jody was there when you left. You're right. Your baby was there when you left. You're right. Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. Cadence count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your baby was lonely as lonely could be. Till Jody provided company. Ain't it great to have a pal who works so hard to keep him around? Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. Cadence count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Get in for happy till I get out. And you won't get out till the end of the war. In 1974. Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. Cadence count.